MK here, and this is gonna be an explanatory or a subject vlog. You know, the type of vlog where I explain my opinions and on some things which I'm gonna talk about. You know what I mean. So the topic, as you can tell by the title, is unemployment among usually Finnish, could be other vloggers or streamers. Why it's so common among the usually the Finnish vlogger community these days. I mean, a lot of Finnish vloggers are currently unemployed. I mean, they all have their specific reasons for it. I respect those reasons, and I'm not here to judge anyone. If you are or have been unemployed, that is your own business, so to say. And the thing is, why the fuck is it so common? And that's it, bye. Nah, just kidding. Actually it is. Why the fuck? I mean, I'll give you a few examples. I mean, Ed Speaks is one of them. You know, Ed, I've talked a lot about him in my videos, and I think he's a really cool guy and all that, but he is unemployed. There's no denying in that. And the one Vlog Thunder, I'm not quite sure about him. Ed Speaks' his cousin. He had a job last summer, but after that I think he might be unemployed. He said that he's unemployed or something like that, but he did not want to explain why, which is quite rare. I mean, usually those guys talk openly about their lives because they're vloggers, obviously, and so am I in a way. And a couple of other examples. And now I'm gonna list the people who are willingly, or there was one guy, one vlogger, Vesa Aijala, a Finnish vlogger, and he's an awesome articulist. He articulates the things he says amazingly, and he has amazing vlogs, explanatory vlogs, or however you want to call them. And he was a couple of years ago, back in 2011, summer 2011, from 2009 to 2011, I think 2 years he was unemployed. And that was because he thought something like this. I don't remember. He has a video, työtön sosiaalipummi avautuu, in Finnish, which means that an unemployed social bum opens about his life or something like that, about an unemployed person's life in Finland. And he said that he doesn't want to go to a job because he doesn't want to work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And understand that. I mean, it's a fucking pain in the ass to wake up in the morning and go to a job and be there for like 7 hours, 6 hours, or go to school. I'm a school student myself, and I am underage. I might not understand. I might not have the perfect viewpoints as to an adult person, but I still think that I'm capable of doing these and share my opinions. So he said that he doesn't want to go do that. He thinks it's slavery, light slavery, which is kinda true. I mean, they don't enslave you. They don't enslave you like literally enslave you. You know what I mean? But if you think of it from a certain viewpoint, that is exactly what he meant. So they're doing exactly what he meant, because you go to a place where you work for a certain guy who gives you the job. I don't know what's the official word for it. That gives you the job, and you work for him in order to get moolah, dough, money, soldi, whatever, however you want to call it, the currency of our lives. Basically. So in a way that forms a kind of an enslavement relation to the guy giving you a job. And that is quite deep in my opinion, because a lot, and I mean a lot of people work around the world. It's a common thing. He says, he said, and he's not employed anymore. I'm gonna get more into that, but he said that, you know, it's a common thing, but he doesn't think that it's a part of our lives. in my opinion, you gotta have, you gotta have some kind of a job. Get dough. Even if you're an entrepreneur, entrepreneur is a great job in my opinion. Running your own business and getting, if you can run it correctly, you could get even a lot more money from being an entrepreneur than a normal worker. But he explained that he thought about starting his own business, and he wasn't really sure about that, but after 2 months from that, 2011, back in November, 3 months from that, he's actually started his own business, and which is great in my opinion, to get at least some kind of a job, even though you might think it's a slavery. It's enslavement. In my opinion, it's not really, real enslavement. You know, back in the day, obviously it ain't. But he said that it's in his opinion, he doesn't want to do long work days. And everybody's different. Some people do not want to work. In my opinion, I'd like to work, but not from the mornings, because I hate waking up in the mornings. I'm a night person, or I don't know the official word for that either. Damn. But a guy who likes to sleep late and, you know, wake up fully slept and be 100% ready for the day. So, but if you are unemployed in Finland, because we have some kind of a social security that, I don't know what it's called. I don't know. Again, I don't know the official word, for fuck's sake. But some social security for you if you are not getting money from anywhere. You're totally broke and you don't have any money. You can go and fill up an application or a paper or some kind of that. A form, yeah, form. Fill up a form and you can send it to them, and they will read it and they will give you some money every month. But there is one condition to it. You must always search for a job. Search for a job, and as soon as you get that job, you don't get the money anymore. So it's just a temporary replacement money or something like that. And there was this is a general discussion about unemployment in Finland, not just the vloggers. I'm gonna talk about the vloggers later. This is gonna be a real fucking long vlog, so I hope you'll stick through it and watch the entire video. I would really appreciate that. And so, back to the topic. There was this news story about a man, Sossu Tatu. He goes by that nickname, which means that he Sossu is Finnish nickname for social security or whatever it is in English. And he said that he's a 26-year-old male who lives in Helsinki, the capital of Finland. I remember the place he lived in, Punavuori, which is Red Hill in English. They're Finnish place names, so you might not probably know if you're not from Finland. Most of you guys are if you watch my videos. So he lives there and he gets about 1,050 euros. I don't know what that is in other currencies, but 1,050 euros a week, not a week, a month from social security and other backups, something like that. And he lives off of him, and he has to pay the bills. Obviously, he lives on rent. He has a rented apartment. He doesn't own an apartment. The rent is about 600 euros, something like that, and you know, the electricity bills, all the dough goes into that, not all of it, and he is left. They told us about, he told the reporter who interviewed the guy, made the news report about him, said that, you know, his typical days are just that he wakes up 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm dead fucking serious, something like that, from 4 to 7 p.m. So his sleeping pattern is completely fucked up. So he wakes up at 7 p.m. goes to his couch with his and he goes to his couch and he starts playing some console games. I don't know exactly what they told her. He played GTA 5 through in like less than a week, so he's probably an avid gamer. So whatever, I don't care. What I do care about is the topic. So let's stick to the topic. Yeah, that's a good idea. So he said that he's too lazy. He's a phlegmatic personality and kind of a hippie personality, that he doesn't want to go to a job. He's willing to do whatever he wants, and that's completely fine. I mean, a lot of people like that lifestyle, but I'm gonna talk about that lifestyle too in a minute. The unemployed lifestyle, or the eternal summer vacation, or eternal vacation, which I rapped about in my Money Rules I Rule song, where I debunked all the eternal vacation wishers, the people who like to not do anything, because I really don't like those people. In my opinion, they're a disgrace to society. But that's just my opinions, and these are my opinions, which I'm gonna state it right here. These are my opinions. You might have different opinions. That's completely fine. You can think whatever the fuck you want, do whatever the fuck you want, but just respect my opinions. Don't go and click the dislike button if you have a different opinion. Go to the comment section and tell me about your opinion on the subject. I'm pretty willing to hear about it. So yeah. So his sleeping pattern is something like that, and he stays up the whole nights and all that, but he is not willing to search for an education or go to a job. I'm not sure, he even doesn't have a proper education. I mean, he has the Finnish high school education, which I'm on ninth grade currently in Finland. Your school system might be different if you're from another country, but that's a whole other story, basically. But from ninth grade, we always studying place to get a proper education after the main school. You know, that's the main education here in Finland. You know, from 1st to 9th grade. And after that, you know, you fill out the form. You go to the place you want to go, and you might get there, you might not get, depending on your school grades. So he went to Lukio, it's Finnish high school, a 3-year tenure in a facility, or yeah, in a school, yeah, where you study and you finish off with a degree. And after that, you probably, if you are going to high school and all that, you're probably going to a university, Finnish university. At least I don't know about the American school society and all that. We're getting a little bit off topic here, but what the hell? But still, so yeah. But when you finish the Finnish high school, you really don't have a degree in any kind of job or a profession. That's what it's called. That's the official name. I finally remembered the official name. But a profession. A profession, and get the profession from that, and you can start searching for a job in that category where your degree lies in. And if you go to high school and all that, you're not going to get the capability to search for a certain profession because you don't have the proper education for it. You have to search for another one, and that's good for people who don't know their favorite their careers. Basically, they don't know what their career is going to be about. They don't know their favorite profession, all that. Yeah, there's a lot of people like that in today's society. And yeah, he has that, and what I found out about it in the article is that he didn't search anywhere after high school, so he basically has no real degree. I mean, a real degree. He has a high school degree, but not a real degree, real education. But he did the same as Ed Speaks. as far as I know. I haven't talked with Ed about these kind of personal things on Skype. All things I know is about from his YouTube videos. And in my opinion, I'm not gonna do that because I mean it might be a rough subject to Ed, and he might not want to answer it, which is completely fine again. So Ed, the similarities between Sosso Tatu, Finnish name, the guy, yeah, which I talked to you about, and he, the similarities between those two is that they don't have the real degree. They went to another jobs after high school, finished high school, and Ed went to become a truck driver in logistics, something like that. I'm not sure. He drove a truck for a year, something like that. Yeah. The duration of his videos, he always drove a truck until last summer. And Tatu, he went to Siva, it's a grocery store, and he was a grocery store employee, and after that he got involved with drugs, and after that he stopped the job, and now he's a social bum. And yeah, that's the thing. But I'm gonna talk about the negatives of unemployment. The positives are obviously that you don't have to go to work. You can just do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, if the law permits you to do that, obviously, you know the case. And yeah, but the negatives, there's a whole lot of negatives that people don't usually think about. They don't think they don't take it true. They don't think it all true. The negatives are that if you can't handle it, the unemployment. I'm talking about a mental thing right here, and I mean, what I mean by that, it's not that you're gonna break down and become a murderous psycho. No, not at all. I mean that if you're not doing it correctly, it'll become a thing where you, like, for example, wake up at 3 p.m., go and have some coffee, and go onto your computer and just chill there and do whatever the fuck you want, and play all day and go to sleep at after midnight at, I don't know, at like 7 p.m. in the morning, a.m. And that's the main problem which I find in these unemployed people, good people, for example. You know, I talked about it already. But what the fuck is it's so common with among streamers, mainly vloggers. I've noticed a lot of Finnish vloggers, I mean a fucking a lot, which I personally follow and watch their videos. There are a lot of unemployed people, for example, Pasi Viheraho or DJ Pate, Pate 246, and Niilo 22. Well, I noticed that he quit the job because he started searching for an employment for an education, for a place to educate in, a school, but he didn't got to a school. He tried 2 times, he hasn't got to school, and he started getting a little bit lazy and all that, but he usually doesn't speak a lot about unemployment in his videos. For example, Vespa used to be unemployed. He talks a lot about it in his videos, and that's okay. So he doesn't want to mention a lot about it. Sorry, Ed, if you're watching this. I'm not. What the fuck am I trying to do here? I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm just gonna say that, in my opinion, that lifestyle is not good for you. I mean, people usually are lazy. I mean, don't deny it. Even I, in my opinion, I am lazy. If I'm gonna be given the opportunity to live, and not do anything, then obviously I'm gonna take it, because I'm lazy, in my opinion. Not really amazingly lazy like Tatu or any other guy like that, but still a little bit lazy. And when you're lazy and unemployed, it can get a little bit over the top, and that's the thing. And that's the main problem with unemployment. Obviously there's health issues and all that shenanigans, but that was the thing. I'm just a general talk about unemployment. It's not just among vloggers, among other people in Finland who live off the social security bullshit, whatever. So I'm gonna end the video here. It's been a long discussion. I hope you stick through it, and we're gonna see you guys when we see you guys. Goodbye.